All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the second edition of Tuesday Night, Track Night Tuesday, here with the American Short Track Association at RaceOnTexas.com. My name is Nick Robbins. I'll be bringing you the action this evening. We've got the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series on the racetrack right now, the Legends Oval at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. An interesting venue here tonight as the front stretch portion of the racetrack on the main oval. Pretty good amount of banking in it. You can see the transition right now. The car is coming off turn number 4. You see the transition there onto the main racetrack. And both sets of corners and the rear straightaway completely flat. So definitely some interesting entry and exit points. Entry into turn number 1 going to be very tricky. I think the exit off of turn number 4 will be as well. Looks like right now we got 12 cars signed in for action this evening, sitting atop the pre-race leaderboards. It's a familiar sight and a familiar name, the 19 of Mr. Philip Temples, atop the standings right now in pre-race practice. A 16.856 second effort from Philip. Philip swept the night last Thursday night on Track Night Thursday with the American Short Track Association. Also picked up 1 out of 3 events 2 nights ago on Sunday Night Speed, picking up the American Short Track Association Dirt Street Stock event. That race, of course, being held at Volusia Speedway Park. So Temples proving that he is one to contend with both on the pavement and the dirt. Philip right now still atop the pre-race practice standings right now. Second spot, the 39 of Kyle Frame with a 16.938 second lap. DG Allen joining us for the first time since Race on Texas has been a part of the American Short Track Association action. DG right now third in the leader standings with a 16.988. Adam Huggins making his first appearance as well on Track Night Tuesday. Right now fourth quick with a 17.142 second lap, and Jacob Williams rounding out the top 5 with a 17.174. Looks like we've got 15 drivers now signed in. Two events this evening on Track Night Tuesday, the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series. Here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on the Legends Oval, a quarter-mile paved oval. And also on tap this evening, we have got the Dave's Muskie Club Cup Series. The field going to be driving the Chevy Impala Cup cars. The Pro Can-Am Chevrolet Impala is going to be on the racetrack. The full oval here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. On tap for the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series. We're going to have some pre-race practice, what we're in right now. Could be coming to a close here in just a few seconds. As a matter of fact, about 10 seconds left on that countdown clock for pre-race practice. Then we'll move into our heat races. 15 cars signed in for action, and they're going to be going 40 green flag laps, or 40 laps total, on the Legends Oval here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. There you have the checkered flag in pre-race practice. Open practice coming to a close here for the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series. 1 week ago, it was a Ronald Henry on Track Night Tuesday, picking up the win at Texas Motor Speedway on the Legends Oval. Here in the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series. Once again, we are bringing you the action for the American Short Track Association iRacing League. Coming to you live through the YouTube page of RaceOnTexas.com. For more information on the American Short Track Association, you can check out their website, which is americanshorttrack.blogspot.com. They'll have updated point standings, winner photos from the previous week's events, and all the other pertinent information. TeamSpeak channel there. Of course, we do require TeamSpeak here with the American Short Track Association. All of that information can be found at their website, which is once again americanshorttrack.blogspot.com. You can also look them up on Facebook, American Short Track Association. Check out their Facebook page. Get some information on your favorite drivers there as well. Lots of cool stuff on the ASTA Facebook page. And once again, that website, americanshorttrack.blogspot.com. If you're watching live through YouTube and with Race on Texas, we ask that you check out the Race on Texas YouTube page, subscribe to that page, and click the little bell notification. That way you can receive notifications on your device when we post new videos. These videos should be up really quickly after the races are over. They'll be up for your viewing tonight. We've got 2 weeks of Sunday night speed, so that's 6 races all together. 2 street stocks brought to you by the American Short Track Association, 2 Slideways Karting Center midget features, and 2 American Short Track Association UMP modified events. 1 set from the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and then this past week, 2 nights ago, I should say, coming from Volusia Speedway Park. 2 events that night, won by the 38, Mr. Rick Gibson, bringing home the Slideways Karting Center Dirt Midget main event, as well as the American Short Track Association Dirt UMP modified feature. We should be getting ready here in just a moment with our heat races. Getting them out onto the racetrack. $15 cars signed in for action this evening with the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series. Last week's feature winner, Ronald Henry, not in competition with us this evening. So we'll have a new winner for the Old Man Motorsports Legends Division. Once again in action tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, taken to the quarter mile. That is the Legends Oval. Once again, folks, we encourage you, if you're tuning in here through RaceOnTexas.com's YouTube stream, to subscribe to the YouTube channel there. Click that little bell icon so you can get the notifications. Here we go. Sorry for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we are getting ready to roll heat race number 1 with the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series. Front row inside is going to be the Caterpillar 99 machine of Nicholas Wing. Alongside the front row there on the outside, the 07 will be Darren Clement. Next row back on the inside, the 90 car, your 3rd quickest car in pre-race practice. That's going to be D.G. Allen. He'll be alongside the 19 of Mr. Philip Temples. 4 wins in a row for the 19 machine, 3 of them coming on pavement last Thursday night, Thunder on Thursday, and then Philip picking right up where he left off, grabbing the ASTA Dirt Street Stock feature event at Volusia Speedway Park 2 nights ago. Next row back on the inside, row number 3, looks like it's going to be Jacob Williams in the 32. He'll be alongside the 14 of Christopher Hockley, and then Kyle Frame looks to be rounding out the field all by his lonesome. in row number 4, excuse me. We are underway here. We barrel off down into turn number 1, and Wing gonna lead them through the first set of corners and into turn number 3. Some good racing there behind him. We've got a good look to the inside. D.G. Allen and Philip Temple side by side there down the front stretch into turn number 1, and Temple's going to make the move on Wing and take over the top spot. They are now 3 wide behind Philip. We've got the 99 of Nicholas Wing going around over at the exit of turn number 2. Tough break for Wing. He was your early race leader. We are going to keep it green here with Temple still out front. 3 laps in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Should be 4 to go with 7 cars starting this event. Philip Temples is your leader. Looks like Jacob Williams there in 2nd spot. 3rd spot is Kyle Frame. Then it's Darren Clement and D.G. Allen. Oh, excuse me, Christopher Hockley. Rounding out the top 5. Oh, and Temples very sideways off the exit of turn number 4. That is going to give the lead to Jacob Williams. 5 laps are complete. Can Williams hang on for 2 more and take the win here in heat race number 1? Like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, the front stretch of this racetrack is banked. So I would suspect the entry of turn number 1 and the exit of turn number 4 very treacherous for these drivers, and Philip Temple's getting loose. Coming off the exit there, putting the power down a little too early. Now trying to run down Jacob Williams. I suspect that will be the end of heat race number 1 with 7 laps in the books. We may be going 8 here. Looks like we are. Williams down the backstretch once again off of turn number 4. Going to cross the start-finish line ahead of Philip Temples. That should do it there, ladies and gentlemen. Philip Temples, or excuse me, Jacob Williams going to get the win. Temples will be 2nd. 3rd spot looks like it is the 39 of Kyle Frame. Darren Clement and Christopher Hockley rounding out the top 5. So there you have it, folks. Heat race number 1 in the books for the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series. Heat race number 2 going to be rolling to the surface right now. Looks like we're going to have Ruben Altice in the 59 machine inside of row number 1. He'll be alongside the 45 of Michael Massey. Next row back on the inside, we're going to have the 66 of Bob Burlew. Bob will be alongside the 68 of Ronald Piles. 3rd row back, double B, Brian Beach on the inside in the 18 car. He'll be alongside Martin W. Karch in the 3 machine. And the 4th row back on the inside, the 60, the Winn-Dixie 60. Out of Toledo, Ohio, that'll be Brian Neff, and he'll be joined, scheduled to be joined anyway, by the 16 of Adam Huggins. So Altice inside row number 1, next door to Mr. Michael Massey in the 45. Bob Burlew and Ronald Piles, row number 2. Brian Beach and Martin Karch, row number 3, and Brian Neff all by his lonesome in row number 4. Looks like Huggins not going to make the call here for heat race number 2, Motorsports Legends Series. We are underway down the front stretch into turn number 1. Altice with a good jump off the inside. Massey going to get freight trained around the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to lose all of the rest of the spots and slip to the back of the pack in 7th position. Altice looks like he's going to lead lap number 1. Bob Burlew in 2nd. Here comes double B. Brian Beach on the inside down the front stretch into turn number 1. 1 lap in the books. Should be 6 laps to go. Good race for that second spot. Beach on the inside of Burlew off of turn number 4. They're too wide. They're side by side. Take it for the fourth position as well. Martin Karch going to get around Ronald Piles and pick up that fourth spot. We go back down the backstretch once again into turn number 3. Alt still out front in the 59. Double B, Brian Beach now in the runner-up spot, trying to run him down. We go back down into turn number 1. Alt still your race leader. Oh, and Ronald Piles goes around in turn number 2. The 68 machine. Flip into the back of the pack. We got a good battle heating up for 4th. Brian Neff looks to get around Bob Burlew as we come down the front stretch into turn 1. He'll do so. Beach now. Double B looking to the outside of the second corner. Gonna try the outside lane. Coming through turns 3 and 4 as well. Altice working the very bottom of the track off the exit of the 4th corner is still your leader that time by the stripe. Altice and then Double B, Brian Beach, and then Martin Karch rounding out the top 3. Here comes Neff now to the outside. The battle for 3rd heating up through turns 3 and 4. Neff going to climb up the front stretch and try to use the banking to his advantage. Gets a good run down into turn number 1. I don't know that it's going to be enough to take over the second spot from, or the third spot from Martin Karch. Looks like Neff going to get it done on the entrance of turn number 3, but Karch battling back on the bottom of the racetrack. We cross the start-finish line once again. Altice still out front off the second corner. Double Beach still in second spot. The battle still hot and heavy for 3rd, though. Across the finish line one more time. Looks like that one may be it, ladies and gentlemen. The win going to go to Ruben Altice. Brian Beach in second spot. And Martin Karch going to round out the podium. And that is going to bring heat racing action for the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series to a close here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. On the Legends Oval, Ruben Altice up the win in heat race number 2. Second spot was the 18 of Van Beach. Martin Karch rounding out the podium in 3rd. So Jacob Williams going to be inside that front row after winning heat race number 1. And Ruben Altice going to be on the outside in the 59 car here for our 40-lap main event for the Old Man Motorsports Legends Series. What we're going to do right now is open it up a little bit here for some pre-feature practice. We've got about 6.5 minutes left in this session. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, the American Short Track Association not using the beta user interface there with iRacing. We schedule league sessions through the actual homepage of iRacing, so these heat races are actually in a qualifying session. So when we line up for the feature, they're actually going to line up according to quick times during those heat races that you just saw. Once the green flag drops, we will line these guys up according to their heat race results. So when the pace truck leaves, or the pace car, excuse me, will leave the racetrack, you should see Jacob Williams slide up to the inside of the front row, and he'll be joined by Ruben Altice on the outside. Quickest car of the night so far has been the 19 of Philip Temples. A 16.684 second effort from the 19 machine. Philip once again dominating Thunder on Thursday last week, picking up all 3 victories in the American Short Track Association Wheel and Tour Modifieds there, picking up the win at South Boston Speedway. It was a 40-lap main event that night. Then we had 2 Massey Graphics Super Late Model features that evening, one at South Boston Speedway, that one going to Philip Temples. 50-lap affair, and then another Super Late Model main event from Bristol Motor Speedway. Once again brought to you by Massey Graphics, and that win also going to the 19 of Philip Temple. So Philip making it a clean sweep of the first edition of Thunder on Thursdays with RaceOnTexas.com. and then also grabbing the ASTA Dirt Street Stock win at Volusia Speedway Park 2 nights ago on Sunday Night Speed Edition number 2. This is the second edition of Track Night Tuesday. Looks like we're going to go ahead and move on into our main event this evening. 40 laps the distance here on the Las Vegas Motor Speedway Legends Oval with the Old Man Motorsport Legends Series. And we'll get the field out on the racetrack, and we'll get everybody lined up according to those heat race results. Once again, folks, my name is Nick Robbins. If you're just tuning in at RaceOnTexas.com's YouTube stream, we are live tonight with Track Night Tuesday with the American Short Track Association's Old Man Motorsport Series. Before we get rolling, I'm going to drag our pole sitter, Philip Temples, down in here into the press box, and we'll get a real quick word with him pre-race to see what he thinks it's going to take to hang on and get another win with the American Short Track Association. Philip, can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're starting on the pole tonight here or actually you're going to be starting, I think, second row inside, correct?
Yes, sir.
Second row inside here. You got 4 wins out of the last 6 events, so you're looking pretty good as far as track records go. Do you like these Legends cars?
They're a little bit twitchy.
I've noticed the exit of turn number 4, and it seems to be the entrance of turn 1 here on this racetrack, seem to be a little tricky for you. What's it going to take to get around that front row of cars and get it up front for this 40-lap main event?
I'm just going to be patient. 40 laps. Don't want to burn the tires off of these things early.
That is exactly right. You got a long time to get to that starting front row there and get around these guys. Good luck to you tonight in the 19 machine, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Philip Temple's going to be starting inside row number 2. The green flag is dropped. We're going to shuffle the lineup here and get everybody in their appropriate position. And it looks like Jacob Williams already on the inside of that front row. He'll be starting out front in the 32 machine. Should be looking for the 59 of Ruben Altice to join him on the outside. There comes Ruben, the black and white number 59 machine. He'll be outside the front row. Second row back will be Philip Temples in the 19 car. We just spoke to him just a moment ago. Brian Beach outside the second row. Looks like Kyle Frame there. Inside of row number 3, Brian Neff will be to the outside. Row number 4, the 07 of Darren Clement and the 3 car of Martin Karch. Row number 5 is the 14 of Christopher Hockley, the 66 of Bob Burlew. Row 6, Michael Massey, Ronald Piles. Row 7, Nicholas Wing and D.G. Allen. The starting field, 14 cars. Going to take the green flag next time around. We've got 2 laps in the books. We'll be coming to 3 complete when we cross the start-finish line due to the yellow flag laps counting here in iRacing Simulation Racing. The Altice Chassis Works number 59 machine, Ruben Altice on the outside. The Gravedigger 32 paint scheme for Jacob Williams. We're going to be coming to the green this time off of 4. A good start off the inside for Jacob Williams. He'll lead the field into turn number 1. Oh, we've got 2 cars around already. Kyle Frame and Double B getting together, and Michael Massey with nowhere to go, going to plow the 39 over at the top of turn number 1. Yellow flag going to come out here right on the get-go. Problems on the double file start. So Brian Beach, after starting outside the second row there, looped it over in turn number 1. Kyle Frame collected in that as well. Frame on pit road right now. Some heavy damage to the 39 machine, so the Frame there getting the car repaired over in pit road. Going to be a while before I think we see him back out on the racetrack. And Michael Massey getting collected up in that as well with nowhere to go. And unfortunately, we are already under a yellow flag. 5 laps now complete. The field should be double filing here in just a moment. Behind the iRacing.com Mustang pace car. top 5 right now. Jacob Williams in the 32, of course, your leader. Philip Temples in second spot. Ruben Altice is third. Brian Beach fourth. Darren Clement rounding out the top 5 in the 07. Brian Neff now in 6th. Christopher Hockley 7th. Martin Karch 8th. Bob Burlew 9th. And Nicholas Wing, the Caterpillar number 99 machine, rounding out the top 10. Looks like we are double file behind the iRacing.com Mustang pace car. It leaves the track. We're going to be going green this time off of 4. The field double file coming to it. 7 laps complete. Make it 8 as we cross the start-finish line. 32 laps to go. And Jacob Williams leads the field off of turn number 2. Here comes Temples to the inside already. Looking to the inside of Jacob Williams as we come through 3 and 4. I think Temples may have it this time off of 4. Williams going to be playing defense for sure as Temples makes the move on the inside of the first set of corners. He'll take the lead off. Oh! And Temples getting turned around. Jacob Williams not giving really any room. Taking the wheels out from underneath the 19 machine. That's going to give the lead to Ruben Altice. Second spot going to be Darren Clement as both of those drivers get around the 32 car. Williams in third, Martin Karch up to 4th, Brian Neff in the Winn-Dixie 60 now rounds out the top 5. We do not get a yellow, but unfortunately Philip Temples exiting the racetrack and is now on pit road. Altice is still your leader with 11 laps complete. Going to be 12 to go, or 12 down this time by. 28 to go here in the 40-lap main event for the Old Man Motorsports Legend Series. Altice leads the field off of turn number 2. Clement trying to close the gap there. Darren Clement in the 02 machine, or 07 car, excuse me. Right now 0.591 seconds behind Ruben Altice. Altice with a best lap of 17.195. Clement actually a little bit faster at 17.097 as we now look to the outside of Altice down the front stretch. Once again, that banked front straightaway. And Clement looking to the inside. Oh, and Clement going to hang the left front off in the grass, and that is going to send the 07 on around.
The yellow flag is out.
And we are going to get another yellow with Darren Clement parking the 07 down there in the infield, gets it fired back up. I don't think any damage to the 07 car, but that left front hanging it down there in the grass, that's all it took to turn the car around and get it off the racetrack. Clement had a good look to the inside, just off the pavement a little bit too much. Tough break for the driver running in second spot. Unfortunately, Clement going to now be scored in the 11th position. Once again, folks, tough break for Darren. Was running there in second spot, challenging for the lead here in the Old Man Motorsports Legends main event. Looks like we are double filing up behind the iRacing.com pace car. Ruben Altice, the Up Front Motorsports Altice Chassis Works sponsored number 59 machine, gonna be out front. Jacob Williams gonna be outside the front row there in the Grave Digger number 32. Martin Karch gonna line up in third. The Winn-Dixie 60, Brian Neff out of Toledo, Ohio, going to be in the 4th spot. And Brian Beach going to be rounding out the top 5, Double B. On his way back to the front after an earlier altercation. Could be getting ready to go. I think this time, possibly next time, we'll see if the iRacing.com pace car leaves the racetrack here. Nope. Still out on the speedway. Once again, the field being led. Now we're crossing halfway, 20 down. Field being led by the Shively Electric, Ferrum Faith, Upfront Motorsports, Altice Chassis Works, sponsor number 59, driven by Mr. Ruben Altice. Jacob Williams outside there in the second spot. The pace car leaves the racetrack. We get ready to go. Green off of turn number 4. Altice going to lead them to it. 21 laps complete and 19 laps to go. The Old Man Motorsports Legend Series back underway here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Altice leads the field through turns 1 and 2, down the backstretch into turn 3. Here comes Martin Karch on the inside. A good look to the inside of the 59 car. Jacob Williams way up top. Going to drive down the banking. They're nearly 3 wide coming into turn number 1. I think Brian Neff there in the Winn-Dixie. Oh, we've got double B. Brian Beach around in turn 2 once again. Beach getting caught up with a 45 of Michael Massey. Are we going to get a yellow? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're going to stay green, ladies and gentlemen. 23 laps complete, 17 to go. Altice still your leader. Martin Karch in second. A good battle for third now. Neff in the Winn-Dixie 60. Getting by the 32 machine of Jacob Williams. Williams once again drives up the front stretch banking and then back down into turn number 1. They are side by side, wheel to wheel for the second spot off of corner number 2. Karch to the inside in the 3 car. Brian Neff going to get hung out to dry if he doesn't get back down to the bottom of the racetrack. Still trying to get around Karch. They're wheel to wheel once again into turn number 1. The 3 machine almost looked like it pushed a little bit coming into turn 1. And I think that's going to be enough for Neff to make the move. But Karch driving it back on the inside in turns 3 and 4. Altice still your leader, 26 down and 14 to go. Now Brian Neff getting around for sure to take over that second spot. The quickest car on the racetrack is the one in second position. 16.964 for Brian Neff. He now looks to the outside of Ruben Altice. Altice going to keep the 59 machine down on the bottom of the racetrack. Neff now, the Winn-Dixie 60, looks to the outside. They're side by side down the back chute coming into turn 3. Neff trying to set Altice up, tried to have a look to the inside. Ruben coming down the racetrack a little bit to shut the door. Still your leader with 28 complete, 12 to go. Neff in second spot, looking to the outside of Ruben Altice once again through 3 and 4. Now decides to stick to the outside, down the front boulevard into turn number 1. Inches from one another coming into the first set of corners, and maybe a little bit of shot in the shorts there as Karch is sideways off of turn number 2. He's going to lose the third spot to Jacob Williams. Now coming under fire from Darren Clement. We're wheel to wheel for 4th off of turn number 4. 30 laps complete, 10 laps to go here in the Old Man Motorsports Legend Series. And Christopher Hockley is around in turn number 2, and that will give us a yellow. Yellow flag coming out, 31 laps complete. Looks like the 90 of D.G. Allen getting into the back of Christopher Hockley there over in turn number 2. Hockley going around while running 7th on the racetrack, 6th on the racetrack. So your top 5 in the Old Man Motorsports Legend Series event here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway looks like this. Ruben Altice leading this thing with 32 complete and 8 to go. The Winn-Dixie 60 out of Toledo, Ohio. Brian Neff in second spot. Jacob Williams in the 32. The Grave Digger 32 machine in third spot. Martin Karch in 4th. And Darren Clement, a good run for the driver in the 07 machine right now, rounding out the top 5. D.G. Allen is 6th. Ronald Piles at 7th. Christopher Hockley going to be scored in 8th. Nicholas Wing, 9th, and Bob Burlew, the 66, rounding out the top 10. Brian Beach, Michael Massey, and Philip Temples rounding out the cars on the racetrack. Kyle Frame still on pit road, looks like maybe disconnected from the session there in 13th position, or 14th position, excuse me, being scored. So it looks like 34 laps now complete. Going to be 6 to go. Still under caution here. Pacing around behind the iRacing.com pace car. Looks like we are going to get a single file restart this time, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be bumper to bumper instead of wheel to wheel. Pace car still on the racetrack. Looks like, yep, the pace car leaving this time around. We are going to be green flag off of turn number 4. Single file restart. 36 laps complete this time by 4 laps to go. Altice once again leads the field down into turn number 1. A good look to the outside from the Winn-Dixie 60. Brian Neff in second spot. Going to be wheel to wheel as we come into turn number 3. Neff going to drive up the racetrack once again. Still side by side with Altice. Brian Neff knows he's got to go quick, fast, and in a hurry. How do they not touch through the first set of corners, ladies and gentlemen? Keep in mind, these drivers all looking from inside the race car, don't know where the wheels are. I don't know how there wasn't contact. Good race, good Legends driving from the drivers up front as Neff takes the lead by a wheel at the stripe. Altice battling back on the inside. They touch and Ruben Altice goes around. Oh no, I knew it was a matter of time before driving that close would end up in some contact. And it looks like, folks, that is going to give the race to Brian Neff with a yellow flag coming out. 39 laps complete. We are going to finish this race under caution. A heartbreaker for Ruben Altice in the 59 car. But it looks like, yep, yes indeed, 40 laps complete now for the Old Man Motorsports Legend Series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And that is going to give the win to the Winn-Dixie 60 of Brian Neff. We'll get Brian down here in the press box, have a little quick interview with him. Brian, you got a copy, brother?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I know it might not be the way you wanted it, but a win's a win. I know you and Ruben were racing wheel to wheel there through the first set of corners. You made a little contact there, taking the white flag. Didn't look like anything intentional, absolutely a racing deal. How's it feel to get the win here in the Old Man Motorsports Legend Series tonight?
Oh, it's kind of like you say, you know, you hate that it happens like that. I thought I was given room. I don't know exactly yet what happened, but just hate to have, we were having a good race there.
Absolutely. You two are running really side by side for about 3 or 4 laps there. That really the last 4 laps after that last caution really were absolute fantastic racing there. This racetrack a little bit strange with the banking on the front stretch. Does it make it tricky coming off of turn 4 and getting into turn 1?
Not really. Whole key here is to carry your speed out of 4. You can get in a lot earlier than you think.
Okay, I noticed you and a couple other guys really doing that. When you'd come off of 4, instead of sticking to the flat land down there on the bottom, you'd drive up into the hill country, right up alongside the outside wall there, and really carry a big head of steam down the front stretch, and that really seemed to work out for you there at the end.
Yeah, and by running that line, you kind of had to shift. I was shifting from 3rd to 4th and back down there.
Okay, yeah, that's maybe something we don't do normally, but yeah, definitely fine-tuning the gear ratios would make that a necessity. Brian, who you want to thank on the race car, brother?
I'd like to thank Winn-Dixie and my buddy Ron. We practiced together. I'm sure you guys have heard already. He's not feeling good this evening, so and all these guys for putting on a great show every night. You guys for broadcasting.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Congratulations to you. Hope to see you back out there in the Pro Impala race we got coming up, the Dave's Muskie Club Cup Series. Be right here at the same racetrack. You looking for a sweep tonight?
All righty.
All right, man. Have a good one.